Welcome to Module 9 of our course on Circumpolar Innovation. This week we're actually going to stop looking at the year 2014, 2015, 2016, and we're going to jump forward to 2050 and start thinking a little bit about what the world looks like, what the circumpolar world looks like a few decades down the line. There are a whole bunch of scholars and thinkers around the world who've been thinking about the future for a long time. Science fiction writers who talked about all sorts of wonderful and transformative changes. There are a lot of people who are focusing on the question of science and technology and looking very carefully about where things are going. And they're realizing that the world is changing in ways that we simply don't fully comprehend, but that might bring around radical and dramatic shifts going forward. We will see in the next 40, 50 years major improvements in energy. Energy will be cheaper and more accessible close to hand. We will have dealt with the issue of food security. Many northern communities will actually have food factories where they'll create green foods and vegetables and fruits right in their own backyard. We will have much different approaches to human safety and search and rescue in the far north, which is a major issue. Entertainment will continue to change. If you think Netflix is something, if you think iTunes is something, wait until you see holograms and how they're going to change the way we experience the entertainment world. The medical situation will change dramatically. Your cell phone will replace most of what your doctors and nurses do. Education will be completely transformed. The college and university system won't look remotely like what they do right now. We'll also see some dramatic changes on the downside. Current jobs replaced by machines, a real struggle to find work that actually makes sense for people in the north, that matches up with the skills and abilities of northern people. Well, we have to be clear about something. Indigenous communities are already behind the economic standard of the rest of northern populations. They are already suffering through shortcomings in education and socioeconomic realities. They face high levels of unemployment compared to everybody else. Indigenous communities could be left way behind in an innovation-based economy. We have to make a special effort to make sure Indigenous communities are brought forward. We have to work really hard to lessen the gap that exists between the North and the South. And quite frankly, I'm afraid we're going to see a greater gap, that the innovation world will be even faster in the cities, that innovation will drag even more people into the big cities and away from the smaller towns. The question here, what northern future do we want? What kind of north do we want to have 50, 40, 50 years from now? It's actually in our hands to determine the future. We better get on it.